everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here on this Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. Looks like we are live on Fox Local and we are live on Facebook today. And we saw a pretty stormy day yesterday. We saw a good amount of rain and a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings yesterday. Maybe seeing a few more of those, but nowhere near as widespread as we saw that rain this time yesterday. So let us know where you're watching from today. Gonna try something new, but I do in the meantime want to put up our question of the day today. So let's actually take a look at that. And a good amount of audience participation for the past couple of days. So we would love to hear your thoughts on this. So definitely let us know. And question of the day today, as I just switch around a couple of things, is what is your are you originally based in Florida? So are you originally born and raised in Florida, or where are you originally from? I am a Florida transplant, so I'm originally from New England. So I would actually love to know where you're watching from, or if you have any Florida weather experience prior to moving here. That is the question of the day today. So everyone just take a look at this. Question of the day, are you born and raised in Florida, or where are you originally from? Would love to know that. And definitely write in. Would love to know this on this lovely Wednesday. And again, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Fox Local. So feel free to write in today. And taking a look at a couple of other things today, we are going to be seeing more of those storms continuing to pick up. And once we see a couple people write in on our Facebook page, we'll actually take a look at the comments. But before we kind of get any further, I do want to take a look at, of course, the radar out there right now, which is still pretty quiet. We're starting to see some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms starting to pick up, but we're going to be seeing more of those continue to pick up as we head into later on in the day. So going to be continuing to watch that for sure. So that's something that we're going to keep an eye on. And then also going to be keeping an eye on also just the widespread rain that we're going to continue to see because the tropics are busy right now, and we're going to focus on that in just a few minutes. But again, right now for our radar, we're not looking too bad. So we're seeing just a couple of scattered showers, and we're already kind of starting to see those sea breezes kind of in play. So we can see right here, we have one sea breeze kind of coming down from Daytona Beach into parts of eastern Orange County. And then we're kind of already starting to see a little bit of a sea breeze here. So really going to see the kind of that sweet spot, probably from Orlando down to Kissimmee, Lakeland. I live up near Sanford. And we got a couple of pockets of rain yesterday, nothing too crazy, but quite literally maybe a mile down to the south, there was a severe thunderstorm warning yesterday. And this is going to be the trend. So ultimately, fall started on Monday. And even though we're now officially in the fall season, it's going to be feeling quite a bit like summer for us here in Florida, which I would love to know, again, where you're originally from and if you are used to this, because about this time back home for me, I'm already breaking out the jeans, I'm already breaking out the sweaters, but out there right now, it is toasty, and it's going to continue to stay on the toasty side as we take a look at tomorrow as well. We're talking temperatures lingering throughout the upper 80s and low 90s, and continuing to see a very summertime-like pattern as we see those scattered showers and thunderstorms really start to pick up, as well as the humidity is going to be taking quite a bit as we take a look towards the middle of next week. So going to be continuing to monitor that as well as we take a look, because again, it's not feeling like fall for us here in Florida whatsoever, but we may be seeing a cold front on the way coming up a little bit later on, probably end of the weekend, beginning of the work week is when we could be seeing maybe a cooler front. As we see some of that cooler air trying to sneak in as we take a look the next couple of days. So we're going to continue to focus on that, but it's going to be rainy for the next couple of days for sure. We kind of took a look at the radar already, and I do want to take a look outside at the moment because we are still seeing beautiful sunshine out there. Epic camera looks like it's facing towards Epic Universe at the moment. And if we did pop up our fork box camera, it's beautiful out there, and we're going to continue to see things stay on the sunny side at least through the rest of the afternoon, slowly starting to see things continuing to pick up as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight, and then slowly starting to see those showers taper off probably at about midnight. We should be pretty much clear. But for those of you who do get rain tonight, it will be on the humid side. And again, kind of just adding to that extra layer of it feeling more like the beginning of August, as we're almost quite literally starting the beginning of October. So we're going to be seeing quite a bit more of that summertime-like feeling as we head through the next couple of days. So let's actually take a look at what's in store. Let's time out the worst of the rain as we head through the rest of the evening. And then we'll take a look at that cold front that's on the way as well. So here's what we're looking at. Here's our Fox model. We're going to continue to see those very scattered showers and thunderstorms on tap through the rest of the evening, mainly centered around Orlando, kind of following parallel to the Florida Turnpike is where we could be seeing the majority of those scattered showers and storms. Continuing to see those storms pick up a little bit more as we take a look, maybe by the up to Deltona area if we kind of follow up the I-4 corridor, all because the sea breeze is going to continue to pick up and then slowly starting to die down by about 11:30 midnight. We should be pretty much clear. And then continuing to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms kind of pick up again tomorrow, Friday, a little bit more widespread. So today, kind of enjoy the little bit of a break that we have because through the rest of the work week, we're going to see those rain chances on the rise. So here's a look at your Thursday, continuing to see those storms pick up quite a bit, mainly along the I-4 corridor. So really, we're going to see that orientation of the storms really all depending on how the sea breezes collide. Today, they're mainly going to be along the Florida Turnpike. Tomorrow they're going to be kind of more along I-4, so areas across Kissimmee up to Daytona Beach. Maybe seeing some more of those storms as we head through the day tomorrow. So also just taking a look again at our rain chances for the next couple of days. It's going to be on the soggy side, so make sure you have the umbrella, make sure you have the raincoat as you're headed off to work or to school, because you definitely will need that, especially by the morning commute. So just a heads up out there. Quick check on the tropics. We're going to bring meteorologist Noah Bergeron in for the next block that we have on tap. But tropics are a little busy right now. We're going to be seeing not one, not two, but three areas of that we're going to be keeping an eye on. And we see right here, we're going to be monitoring, again, just kind of three zones that we have. We have, of course, Gabrielle, but we're also going to be tracking two other areas of interest as we take a look at the next couple of days. So here's what we're looking at right now, and I lost my spot in my show right here, so I'm gonna switch gears really quickly. But we're keeping an eye on a couple of different things. So here's what we're really focusing on. We're focusing not only on Gabrielle, but we're focusing in on two high chances of seeing a tropical development as soon as tonight. So we can see where these areas, one is a little bit further away from the Florida coastline, one kind of almost runs pretty much parallel. So we're going to be focusing in on that through the next couple of days. But again, we're not only just focusing on these two, we're also still tracking Gabrielle, but Gabrielle's pretty much no longer a threat. It's just going to continue to make its way across the Atlantic. So we'll take a look at these three systems coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. And we're going to really focus in on the tropics in a second. We're kind of doing a little transfer of graphics right now. But to kind of go back to our question of the day is, are you Florida born and raised? And if not, where are you originally from is the question of the day. So actually, while we are here trying something new on this stream today, we are actually going to be taking in your comments live, because I do see a couple of folks writing in on our Facebook page. So let's actually take a look at that. We are live on Facebook. Again, we are live on YouTube, as well as we are also live on Fox Local today. So happy to have you here. And so as we do take a look, and we'll take this full as well. Here we go. What's up, Noah?
How are you?
Hanging in there.
That's good.
It's busy.
It is, yes.
It's busy for sure.
But we don't think we have a lot to be concerned about.
I hope not.
Busy does not mean concern for Florida.
Yeah,
there's an important distinction there.
That's true. I think that we're not totally in the clear when it comes to threats completely.
No.
But I think we're just going to get a little bit kind of like by the nick of our teeth kind of system. Like, it's little too early to kind of tell right now, but everything is looking forward. Even though this, I think, is going to get close, I don't think we're going to be feeling like direct.
Probably not. I tried to give one. Let's pull up this one visual in case anybody is wondering. So I'll let you add to this too, Laurel, please. But it does look like that something a little uncommon to rare for this part of the world. If you may have seen a post about it online, or even, I guess, mine. The Fujiwara effect is something that is when two weather systems are rotating storms, like a hurricane. They come in close proximity to each other and they can orbit each other, or one consumes the other. It's a lot more common in the Indian Ocean and in the Western Pacific near Asia, and on the poles, actually. You could look up visualizations of it. But in the Atlantic, it doesn't really happen often because we don't get two storms that are this close often.
Right, and
so that's what makes it, because many people maybe have never heard this or never heard a forecaster in Florida mention this, but there you can see them. So what we're looking at, Laurel, is two storms that could form, or it looks like will form. But the question is, one, which one is the stronger one?
Yes.
And this is the European model from today, and you see number 2 is stronger, the one east, further east of Florida. Number 1 through the Bahamas. But it does look like that the system 1 there I've labeled probably safely will pass just east of us with little or no impact other than some surf at the beaches. But if maybe you have a Bahamas cruise or vacation next week, that could be more of an impact to the Bahamas. But I definitely would not rule out some kind of a threat to the Carolinas from either.
Yeah.
But despite being 2 there, looks like we're going to be okay. Regardless of what funkiness happens offshore, we should be good.
Yeah, both of these are most likely going to become tropical storms by middle of next week. We're seeing more of the chance of seeing things really starting to pick up as early as tonight with that system 2, and then with the system 1 we're going to be watching pretty closely as well as it continues to make its way northward. We'll actually take a look at kind of the percentages of both right now. And yeah, we could be seeing things pretty much wake up pretty quickly. So right now we are looking at let's start off with Invest 93L. So we're going to be focusing in the one that's a little bit more to the west, so closer to the Leeward Islands. You see that 9090. We're going to focus on that one first. So seeing that possibly become a tropical depression as soon as tonight. Development chances, taking a look at the one closer to the Florida coastline, is about an 80% chance in the next 7 days, and looking at about a 30% chance of development in the next 2 days. So we have a little bit more time with that one to kind of watch over a little bit more, but it's going to be this first one. So again, tropical depression as soon as tonight, set to track parallel to the east coast, but this will most likely be p.m.to. We can see with the spaghetti models right here, most of them take them away from shore. Some of them a little bit closer to the East Coast than others. So we're going to be watching that again. That's Invest 93L. Something that we try to get pretty quickly is the naming convention. And just, again, lots of numbers get thrown around. And when we have a couple of systems like this, it can get a little bit confusing. But one that we're going to be watching probably a little bit more closely is this Invest 94L. Gusty winds expected, and we could be seeing a tropical depression as it makes its way closer to the Bahamas.
Yeah, I don't think, other than, rough surf, like you said, we don't have much to be worried about here. I suppose there's still an unlikely chance that if that system you've got circled now on screen ends up in the western side of that red blob. We're going to take a quick break for those of you on Fox Local here in a hot second, and then we'll be back in 2 minutes. But I suppose there is a chance it could come closer to the coast, but I think we're going to be good here.
Yeah, we'll take another quick look at the tropics in a second, but for now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. right, everybody, welcome back. And before we kind of wrap up here today, I just want to kind of tie a little bit of bows on the tropics. Again, things are going to be busy, and we're starting to get to the time where we really started seeing things become pretty rapid fire this time last year. And so we're kind of in that part of the season where most likely things are going to be waking up, and not only are we going to be tracking more towards the Caribbean as well as the Gulf, again, we could be seeing things become a little bit more rapid fire through the rest of the season. So just a couple of things to keep track of. Tropics are busy right now, but it doesn't look like Florida is in any immediate threats. But it's also a great reminder to make sure that your emergency kit is ready to go, your home is pretty much prepped and ready to go. So when we do find ourselves in a little bit of a more serious situation, you are ready and you're prepared. I definitely waited a little bit longer last year, and probably especially for when, a year ago was Helene. So it was I definitely got a little bit behind on my hurricane planning. So just make sure, again, there's a lot of information coming out. Make sure you either check in with us here with the Fox 35 Storm Team, National Hurricane Center, so you guys can make sure you are up to date with the most latest tropic information. Again, there's going to be a lot of information kind of coming at you at one time. So the best thing that you can do is try to stay as informed as possible. All right, everybody. So again, trying to something a little bit new here, showing your comments live here on our stream that we have. We are going to once again pop up our question of the day is, if you are Florida born and raised, where are you originally from? Or if you're not, where are you originally from? I am originally from Abington, Massachusetts. Noah is originally from Connecticut, but I don't know the town. Where are you originally from? One more time.
Berlin.
Berlin. Berlin. Wait, what? One more time.
Not Berlin, Germany. Berlin.
Is the spelling the same? Are you? Oh my goodness.
No in.
I getcha. Okay, but checking out your comments of what we have here, we see that Nicole was actually originally a Californian. Shalita was originally from Queens, New York. Vicky has always been a Florida girl. She was born and raised in Palm Bay. And Scott writing in that he was born in Sacramento and has lived in Edgewater for many, many moons. Happy to have you here. And Athena writing in right now, she's originally from Michigan and now in Florida. Good stuff. Lots of Florida transplants here watching in today. Good stuff. So I know in my lifetime living back up in New England, we were really focused on not only Sandy, but Irma. So even though not necessarily Florida hurricane experience, definitely have had some hurricane experience in the past. So continuing to keep an eye on the tropics out there for sure. But even still, kind of focusing in on the rest of the work week. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. It's going to be feeling a lot more like summer for us here in Florida as opposed to fall. So it's definitely going to get very humid, very hot, very stormy, especially over the next couple of days, but with more of the feeling of fall. And even though we've officially started fall, Brooks and Jess have something called the Equilux, excuse me, that they're going to be talking about in just a second. Take it away, guys.
All right, recently we talked about the autumnal equinox. That's the time in fall where fall officially begins. But have you ever heard of the equilux?
And originally, I didn't think I had when Brooks was talking to me about this a little earlier today, but it's similar, but you could say different in a small way.
Yeah, so the equinox is when the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere have equal amounts of daylight. Essentially, when the sun crosses the equator, we get shorter days in the northern hemisphere. But the equilux is when we have equal amounts of time in Orlando or in any specific spot around the country or around the world. But there's a difference. That doesn't happen on the same day as the equinox.
Right, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're just simply not at the equator. So that's going to be one of the bigger takeaways from this, is the fact that we're not at the equator, and then it also has to do with the angle of the sun. But it is exactly when we have 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night. And then we slowly but surely lose about 1 minute per day until we hit the winter solstice.
Yeah, when we had our autumnal equinox indicating the official first day of fall, that was back on the 22nd of September. It happened at 2:19 p.m. Our day length was significantly longer than 12 hours. It was 12 hours and some change. But now as we head toward the 26th, that is Friday the 26th of September, that's when Orlando, our latitude above the equator, will have exactly 12 hours and about 40 seconds of night and 12 hours and a little less of day. But that's about as close as it gets. So that's our equal lux. So you got your equinox and your equal lux.
Similar but different.
Yeah, similar but different. Not to confuse you, but
Yes.
it's interesting because a lot of people thought, well, it's the vernal equinox, that's the spring equinox. But again, the actual 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night in springtime happens a little bit before the vernal equinox, and the autumnal equinox, or
Happens
in this
a little
case,
after.
the lux happens after.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. It's all about latitude.
And the sun and the earth.
It's like a big happy family.
Exactly.
Kumbaya. All right, guys. That's the latest from the weather and in the astronomy world. We're kind of out of this world right now. I'll toss it back to you.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, pretty cool out there. We officially passed the autumnal equinox on Monday. The fall officially started Monday at 2:19 p.m. So something pretty interesting about that we're going to be seeing quite literally half and half through the next couple of days. All right, so let's focus on the rest of the evening. Things are slowly going to start to cool down as we see a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms through the rest of the evening. Out the door tomorrow, it will be humid. Heads up for that. Temperatures already starting throughout the mid-70s, quickly warming up into the mid-80s by the end of the morning. But we're not only going to be turning up the heat, but we're turning up the humidity. Highs tomorrow going to be flirting with 90, but pretty much add another 10 degrees. That's what it's going to be feeling like out there tomorrow evening. So as we do take a look, here is our GFS. We are going to be seeing and keeping an eye on the possibility of a cold front making its way down. So we can see right here, that cold front going to be sweeping in, and this could bring us in some quote-unquote cooler air, but not by much. This is also going to be amping up our rain chances, taking a look ahead to Sunday. So as we do take a look at your 7-day forecast, we're going to be continuing to monitor that, as well as the rising temperatures, rising rain chances through the next couple of days. But fingers crossed, by middle of next week, we should be pretty much in the clear. Noah, anything else you want to add?
I just hope everybody has a good day, and remember to smile.
Good
I
advice.
could do that more.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good advice. All right, everybody, same time, same place tomorrow. Make sure you join in.